Hey ladies, welcome to High Heels and Destiny. I am glad that you are here today watching me, okay? Ladies, today, really briefly, I want to talk about love, okay? Love is a very sensitive topic because we all have different definition as to what love is, all right? And today, I just, wanted to share this. I come across a lot of ladies that say, I want a husband, I want to be in a relationship. They just want to be with someone. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but ladies, let me just say, sometimes you have to stop, okay? And if you'd have been in a relationship, whether it's one relationship, two relationships, three, how many ever, it doesn't matter the number. But in order for you to love someone else, you have to be able to love yourself. And what really amazed me with a lot of women is that they want to skip the process. Okay, you get out of a broken relationship, and once you got that broken relationship, okay, you hop on a month or two later, and then you in another relationship. And then when that relationship does not work, then you get mad and you feel some type of way, and then you jump to another relationship, and then inside we start to build up this block inside of us. We become anger. We can become anger. I'm sorry, towards men. We can become bitter. We have lack of trust towards men or whatnot, etc. And sometimes later, let me just say this, okay? It comes a time in life where you have to stop. You have to stop, okay? You have to stop, and you have to allow yourself to heal from that previous relationship. Or if not that relationship, maybe the relationship that was before that relationship, or the relationship that was before that relationship. You have to allow yourself to heal, okay? If you never allow yourself to heal, then how can you love someone the way that they should be loved? And that's just not for you, but that's also for men also too, okay? That's for any individual. In order for you to be your best for someone else, okay, you have to be your best for yourself. And I remember growing up, and I would always hear people say, I'm relationship oriented, okay? Like, and that means like, okay, they may be in a relationship with somebody 2, 3, 4 years, and once they got that relationship or whatever, the next few months they in another relationship with somebody else. And now that I look back at that over the years, and I used to hear females say this, and I'm like, you know, at some stage in your life, if you just got to be with someone, then sometimes we can have a deep rooted problem that's inside of us that we never stop to see, okay, what is this problem? Why can't I be by myself? Let me tell you, ladies, one thing. Never allow society to dictate to you how your life should look, okay? I know society paints this picture as though life's supposed to be, you have the White House with the picket fence, and you have the husband and the kids, and you guys have great jobs, and life is just great, great, great. But let me tell you, okay, that it does not work like that. God have a different plan and purpose for everybody's life. And it doesn't make your life better than my life, and doesn't make my life better than your life. But at the end of the day, as long as we get it right, it's all that matter, okay? And so let me just go back a little bit. So anyhow, moving backwards, like, okay, women would say I'm, relationship oriented. And, once they got that long-term relationship or short-term relationship, they back in another relationship. And then once they get out that relationship, they into another relationship. And, growing up, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. That person always in a relationship. And then it would make me be like, well, dang, why I'm not always in a relationship? You kind of make me do a little, question mark at myself, like, why I'm not in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? And it would make me feel some type of way, like maybe something was wrong with me because I'm not in consistent relationships like other people. But as I got older and as I got wiser, I started to look back, and I was like, you know what? That's not normal, and that's not healthy. And yes, I said that it's not normal, it's not healthy, and that's just my opinion. If you don't know how to be by yourself and content with yourself, what are you going to do in the long run of your life? Okay. It's very important, ladies, to know how to be content with just you. When there's nobody else around, you just know how to be content with you, okay? When God sends you a husband, it's a gift from God, and you want to make sure that when you get that gift, that you can be the best wife that you can towards that man, and etc. That man can be the best husband he can towards you. Okay, so sometimes in life, I'm going back to saying sometimes in life, you sometimes have to stop. Like the saying, hurt people. And so if you get in a relationship with someone and that relationship don't work out, and then you get angry and you in your feelings or whatever, and then you go to another relationship and that one doesn't work out, and then you feel some type of way like all men are dog, there's no good men out here, blah blah blah, you know, the little spiel that as women have said, have done, have believed before, you know. And maybe sometimes the problem can be you, and I'm just sorry to say the problem can be you sometimes. Sometimes you need to stop and you need to take a self-evaluation in your life, okay? With each relationship and with every course that comes in your life, there's something that you're supposed to be able to learn about that situation, okay? And with each situation that presents itself to you, there's supposed to be a growth period. You're supposed to grow from every little thing that comes into your life, okay? And if you never take the time to grow, but on the other hand, you saying like, okay, God, when you gonna see my husband? Why I don't got my husband yet? Okay, God, I already know that you're not ready. And then you get, you know, into your 30s, and then you like, okay, God, I'm 33, I'm 35, I'm 36, okay? I'm still waiting, God. You know, she got her man. Why ain't got my man? Come on now, because we know we can do that sometimes. We may not say it, but we do think it, okay? And you may feel like, okay, she got her man, but I don't have my. What's taking so long? And sometimes you skipping the process. You won't. But what about you? What do you need to take in order to grow, to become a better person? What are some things you need to do in your life? What are some things you need to learn in your life so that when God do bring you that man, that you're at the best place in your life, okay? Certain things, you know, you need to learn how to do before you get a husband, okay? Like I said before, if you don't know how to cook, and I've heard females say, well, I don't know how to cook, so I'll just wait till I get my husband, I'll learn then. No, now is the time for you to be prepping. Because if you have faith and you believe that God is going to send you a husband, okay, then you don't wait till the husband get there to start learning these things. But ladies, you start now learning these things. You start learning how to cook. You start learning how to keep your house clean. You start knowing how to present yourself as a wife. If you want to be a wife, you got to act like a wife. If you want to be a wife, you have to dress like a wife, you know, because a man ain't going to want his wife walking around half naked. Let's be honest, ladies, okay? It's just some things that you need to sit back, and you don't have to wait till the situation come in order for you to change. You can start changing right now. Start changing things about you that you know that you don't like about yourself, okay? Whatever your insecurities is or whatever, you can start working on those things now and start changing those things right now. You do not have to wait, okay? Me, before I got married, some things that I used to do before I met my husband, and this was just me. God took me on a journey, okay? And on this journey that I went on, I learned how to fall in love with myself, okay? And I said it. And you may be like, falling in love with yourself? How you can fall in love? Before you can fall in love with anybody else, you got to be in love with yourself. You have to love yourself that much, because if you don't know how much to love yourself, okay, how can you love somebody else? Or how should you know how much someone else should love you if you don't even know how great you are? Okay, honey? If you don't know how great you are, how can you expect somebody to exceed your expectation? Because what's going to happen is when that guy comes in, you're going to want him to fill in all the missing blanks, but that's your job. That's not his job. When he come, he adds you. He add on to you. Okay, ladies, I always remember this. A man would never complete you. The only person complete you is God, but a man, he adds to you. He complements you. Okay, so anyhow, let me go back a little bit, but I learned how to fall in love with myself. I think falling in love with myself is one of the best things that I discovered about myself. Coming from insecurities within myself, having low self-esteem within myself. Okay, life just wasn't working for me. Okay, my life was just a hot mess, and I'm not just talking to you, but I'm talking to myself, because these are things, ladies, that I have personally experienced in my life. Having low self-esteem, talking to all the wrong guys, seeing all the red flags, but just like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go through the process anyway. And, time after time after time, I kept getting the same results over and over and over again, and nothing wasn't changing in my life. And as I got to a certain age, and as my child started to get older, I was like, okay, yep, the stop sign. Something has got to change in my life. And I just got to this place where I was just, and I'm going to be transparent, okay? Really transparent. But anyway, I got to this place in my life where I was just so disgusted with my life, okay? You start to see people around you elevating, and you just feel like you in your same standstill, like your life not going anywhere. You just in a rut, okay, like the old people say. But I had to sit back, and I had to stop, and I had to take a self-evaluation at my life, at myself. And I had to really just sit down and be vulnerable to myself. I had to sit down and be vulnerable to God and say, God, I need help at this stage of my life. I am tired of my life going in circles, because one thing about life, ladies, let me tell you, God is not going to force you to do anything you want to do. If you want to keep running in circles, guess what? He's going to let you run. But whenever you're ready to stop, he'll be right there, open hands, waiting for you, okay? So he let me run, and I got to a place in a time of my life I was tired, and I was just disgusted, okay? And I just, I was like, God, I am just like tired. Like, why is my life looking like this? When you're younger, in your 20s, you really just don't care, because you having fun, you just enjoying life. But when the mid 20s, late 30s start creeping in on you, and you start getting a little bit older, that stuff not fun no more, because at that time of life, you're ready to have a family, you're ready to have a husband, and you just ready to do some new things in your life, okay? And so I just cried out to God, and I was like, God, I am just so tired. And God opened a new chapter for me. He started to teach me how to love myself, okay? He started teaching me how to be content with myself, because if you can't be content with yourself, then let me just tell you, you can't be content with a husband if you can't be content with yourself. Being content with yourself, learning how to be content with yourself, you just got to know, you just got to be okay with you, okay? But anyway, when I started to, open that new chapter in my life and started to look at, okay, what can I change? I changed the way I dressed. I changed the way you talk, and you'll be so surprised. These little small changes really can have a big influence on the type of guys that you attract to you. That's attracted to you, I'm sorry. And so things inside of my life started to change. And I started learning how to just love on me. I started building up my confidence, and I started like just falling in love with myself. Like on a Friday night, rather than going to clubs or whatever, my Friday night would consist of laying on the sofa, give me something to eat, and I would take a hot bubble bath, relax, watch a really good movie. And if I wanted to put on something nice to wear to bed, I wanted to do it for myself, okay? I didn't want to be one of those types of like, oh, okay, I'm not going to look good to go to bed just because I don't have a man around me. If you can't do it for yourself, then, why do it for somebody else? Whatever you do in life, you need to be able to do it for yourself first, because it shouldn't take a man to motivate you to do right for yourself, if that makes sense, or to be good to yourself. So, like I said, so anyhow, I would take a nice bubble bath, relax on the couch, look good for myself. I didn't need a man there in my presence just so that I can look good. If I wanted to put on some cute bedwear, whatever that consists of, I would put it on for myself. And I learned how to just really engage into me, some of the things that I like. I started spending more time with God, and God started revealing a lot of insecurities that I had within myself. God started teaching me how to grow within myself. He started building my confidence level and stuff like that. And so as I continue to grow in God, I developed a different system within myself, so that the stuff that used to work when I was like in my early 20s, I had a standard about myself. You're not going to just come to me and just be like, hey, yo, what's your name? No. I'm not going to do that. I'm a grown woman. If you're going to come to me, you're going to come to me correct. Okay. So I just started learning how to value myself at a different level. My expectation for guys changed. What I was willing to settle for, that changed. Like, you're not going to come and feed me no regular lie and I just fall for that just because. No, we ain't gonna do that, because when you get to a certain age in your life, you just no longer have time to waste. You know, when you start getting to those 30s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, like the clock is really ticking. So when I started changing some things in my life, I was like, you know what? Okay. When a guy came to me and I already saw those red flags, I was not going to continue to waste time and be like, oh, okay, maybe I can fix him, or maybe I can do this, or maybe, okay, no, maybe you can just go on by your business, because I don't have no time to waste, and I ain't finna let you waste I'm not finna let you waste my time. Okay, ladies, let me tell you something, ladies. You have a choice who you allow to waste your time. You don't have to allow anybody to waste your time, because it's your life and you can determine who you allow in your life, and you can determine who you want out of your life, and you can determine who you want to give your time and attention to. And me, I got to the stage and I was like, okay, no, I don't have time to waste. We ain't gonna just be sitting over here, kiki, ha. If I already know that I'm not interested in you, like, we're not gonna waste time. We're not gonna do this, all right? If I didn't see, when I started dating guys, if I didn't see like qualities that I wanted as a husband, I no longer wasted my time like just dating. Because when you in your early 20s and you date a guy, it's cute, they got boyfriend qualities or whatever the case may be, and next thing you know, okay, you boyfriend and girlfriends or blah 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 blah. But when you get to your late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, or whatever the case may be, you don't look for boyfriend qualities no more. At that point in time, you're looking for somebody that's going to have some husband characteristics. So that also to help me like kind of cross out my list, because if guys was coming to me and they may have been a great guy, but if they only had boyfriend's characteristics and nothing that I can see as husband qualities, I just no longer wanted to waste my time. And that's just me. That's how I felt. Oh well, that's just me. But anyway, I just say all this to say that, ladies, you have to learn how to love on yourself. You can't keep going from this relationship to that relationship, and you never give your chance, you never give yourself the opportunity to heal. When are you going to stop, okay, and allow yourself to heal? You have to stop at some point and deal with those past hurts. Deal with those past insecurities and see, okay, what went wrong in this relationship? Okay, what can I leave in this relationship? And what can I take from this relationship so that I can grow? Okay, so it's very important, ladies, just to stop sometimes. We know you want a husband. Us as women, we all want a husband. We all want a family, or whatever the case may be. But at some time in life, you have to stop. You have to take a self-evaluation. Stop blaming everybody else and, just deal with you. See what is the problems with you. We can like bunny hop over problems. We know what the problems, but it just takes too much time. It takes too much attention to just really stop and just deal with ourselves. It's easy just to keep on moving. And then you want to fix it when you get with that person. That ain't the time to do it, because when you get into a relationship, everything's just supposed to blossom. But yet instead, you have all this baggage. But you want a husband, but you want to take all this baggage into this guy, and you want him to fix what every other guy that did to you. That's not fair. That's not fair. You have to stop and say, you know what? The dating scene have been going good for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to evaluate myself. I'm going to evaluate my life. And I know for a lot of women, they don't like to do that, because that's just like too much like right. And they feel like, well, this just taking too much time. I got to get to know me and see what I like. That's taking too much time. And, I ain't got time for all that. I got to get married. But you're still going to lose time, because even if you get in another relationship and then it don't work out, then you back single. And then you get into another relationship and it don't work out, and then you still back single. So you still end up at, letter A. Okay. So it's good sometimes just to stop and say, you know what, I need to breathe for a little minute. I need to sit back and evaluate my life and see some things that I can do different in my life so that I can become a better woman, for myself first. And so that when I do become a wife, I can be a great wife and I can have some great things to give to somebody, because like the Bible says, a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Not a woman that finds a man. Not a wife that finds a man, but a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So ladies, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice to dig deep and soul search within yourself? Okay? Because remember, everything in life starts with you. You. What are you willing to sacrifice or give, or if you even willing to sacrifice, and just take a moment and just stop and just say, you know what? I've been just moving a little bit too fast. Okay? And I know society may not paint this picture like, okay, you need to stop and you need to evaluate your life. Society paints this picture, everything moving fast. Everybody posting pictures with their bae or their husband on Instagram and Facebook. And the only thing you thinking like, the clock is ticking. I need to get me somebody. I want to post those pictures. But let me tell you something about those pictures. Don't get all into those pictures that you see on social media, because you don't know what it took for that woman to get that man on that picture, okay? Or you don't know what that man did to probably get on that picture, okay? Stay in your lane. Focus on your lane, bring your own race, and just do you, because nobody does you better than you. Okay, ladies? So thank you guys for just listening to me. And I didn't mean to talk this long, but anyhow, I hope that I can be a blessing to someone else, ladies. Also, look below. There's a red button, okay? And it says subscribe. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe button, the red button. Yep, the one that's down on the bottom. And once you hit that, a bell is going to pop up. When that bell pop up, hit it one time. And that way you can get all the notifications to me. Yes, me. And you can listen to me weekly, okay? I try to post every Saturday or Sunday, okay, ladies? Thank you, ladies, for tuning in to High Heels and Destiny. Bye-bye.